I mean, he was explaining this amazing opportunity to be in touch directly with the maestro in his home, actually, right? And this was amazing because I can imagine, I don't know if I can be able to sit and stay close to John Williams. And so this was the opportunity to be in touch directly with him and be accessible, if I well understood, to his parlavi di manuscript, in the manuscript where he started. And this, I think this is really incredible to have such a huge opportunity from the paper from Maestro John Williams. And so this is, anything I missed? Okay.
Yes, it's a very important point, because there were two things that I knew right off the bat. Once we had the concept of what I wanted to do, being an album of John Williams music for flute, cello, and piano, I only wanted to do it if John authorized and supported the project. I've done when worked with John in ways on different projects over the years that I didn't want to do anything without his support. And so that was going to be a key component of it all. But I knew it doesn't fulfill, from my perspective, it doesn't fulfill the presentation of a project to just tell him about it and hope that he understands or can see through my mind's eye what I have in mind. So in order to hopefully receive his approval, I asked Sara, Simone, and Cecilia to prepare a bit of a demo, if you will, and record two pieces from John's score for Jane Eyre, which is, I knew, a very important and one of the scores he holds very close to his heart. And so I thought that that would be a good selection to open his eyes in ways where he doesn't think that we're just going to do the same sort of John Williams program that he conducts or that other orchestras perform from the same, his most famous scores, which of course can tend to overshadow composers like Morricone or John Williams. The breadth of their careers is, so much of it gets overlooked because they have so many blockbuster successes that it can kind of cast a shadow over things that are just as deserving of attention, but they don't receive it because certain really wonderful scores don't get the attention that the Star Wars and E.T. scores receive. So anyway, I thought Jane Eyre would be a good demo, if you will, to give John an idea of what I had in mind. And then I also prepared a list of things that a full list, because I had a very complete idea of what I thought the recital should be. And so I sent that to him along with the demo example of Jane Eyre. And a few weeks later, thankfully, we were all blessed with an email back granting his approval for this recital project, and something that he has never approved or authorized in the past for anyone else. And that makes this such a historic event to have, at the age of 91, to have John Williams for the first time authorizing a classical trio to perform a pretty large repertoire of his music in live recitals. And he is also so specific about musicians that he he makes even if he's making an allowance for something, he approves things based on specific musicians. And so even the repertoire now that we have prepared and that we performed last night, it is approved by John for performance, but it is also approved solely and specifically for Sara, Simone, and Cecilia to perform around the world. So it's a huge honor, I think, for each of them to be granted this by the great John Williams. And then again, we were all of us so touched and moved and honored to be able to present it and premiere it here in Rome, where we love to be.